Welcome to this week's episode of the Perceptive Readers, a podcast series made in the Product of Culture, aka Pocbooks website's office. Hi, I'm James.
Graduation with poetry flair. Yes, you didn't know how intelligent you are today. Hi, I'm James Lynch, and welcome to this Pocbooks update moment. I told you a week or so ago that I would let you know when a new audiobook that I'm working on would be coming out, or at least where you can read chapter by chapter or, even more. Now, I want to let you know before I tell you the spot. Graduation with Poetry Flair. Now that's actually one title of three I already thought of, but the key is still reading further to the subtitle where it says, "You didn't know how intelligent you are today, did you?" I mean, I didn't say did you, but I'm adding that now, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Either way, why am I letting you read this book? For several reasons. And one of them, I want to actually read a quote that comes from BookNet. It is a fact, and it is actually applicable even today with what a lot of people are dealing with. Let me get to this book. Oh, isn't that something? Let me make sure, because I don't have the page open right now, and I want to make sure I don't have to go to one of my drives to actually share this with you, but please bear with me. And yes, here it is. All right. Here is actually a BookNet quote. See, that already is giving you the platform where this will be at. I just haven't given you the name yet of my username or where the book is located. They state, and this is a quote, this is a fact. They say in 99% of the cases, a complete ebook ends up being pirated, you see. Even the very first day of its release. I will tell you even before its release, tell you the truth, the way things go today. And it leads to a decrease in sales and losses, both for the authors and publishers. BookNet solved this problem. So, I had several other platforms that I thought about, and yet the more and more I looked at BookNet and did the research like I do on everything, I said, now this will suffice and work for me and for my perceptive readers, you see. I just gave you now the username where you can find me, the pseudonym that I'll be using to even reply to any comments. It's Perceptive Reader. That's what it's called. That's me. Okay. Now you can also, once again, check back. I'll have a chapter at least a week and maybe even more sometimes, and I will go up to 10 chapters, if not longer, depending on the way other things outside of this, are happening. Okay. Let's get right back again to the reading. You are probably saying, well, James, aren't you going to turn this into an audiobook? I heard that even BookNet has this type of even reading app where, we can just still listen to the book being read anyway. So what is the excitement still, for the audiobook? Well, I'm going to let you know more details right now of how this is set up. 1, graduation time, as you know, is many months away. So at the same time that I'm actually writing this book and putting it together, that I could have it ready, by the time the end of December if I wanted to. I could probably have it ready in another 2 weeks, but I don't want to. I'm not even worried about it. I actually thought about working on another book that I actually worked on over the years that I just never finished, that I'm actually thinking about, going ahead and releasing it, maybe in about another week or so, after I go through some proofreading. But first, I really wanted to get this set up to let you know. And when I say that I'm 99% sure that, hey, this thing would be knocked out of the park, I know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, even though you could actually listen to the book with their plug-in or whatever that they have, read to you or something, hey, that's fine. I'm just letting you know. When it does go into audiobook form, and any person that, I happen to pick or what have you that would be joining in with me, so to speak. And I already told you on the other podcast that I would not be doing the majority of the reading. It would actually be somebody else, but I would come in at specific points to actually maybe read some of the poetry. But at the same time, it will not be, I would say, out of the 100% of the book, I may come in anywhere between 5 to 10% of the book at the most. The narrator will actually be reading the majority of the book, along with some other things that I, have planned to help really spruce it up. So I'm giving you this background to let you know that no matter what type of app you would use to listen to this book, it wouldn't compare to anything with the way that the narrator and, myself would end up producing it. Because it's a lot involved with this special, very special book. And see, and I want to tell you something else, and I've said this in times past. See, every book, when it comes to audio, mostly now, that I think about, and I've actually shared this, with a woman some years ago, and I'm sure she would remember. Well, I think I shared it with a couple of, but the whole point is it was a conversation I was having, and I told them, I told her and I told another her or whatever that, see, once I start, tuning in to somebody's voice, even their personality, even their own creative works in this area or that work, the book just starts writing according to, almost like I said, their whole skill set. And it's no simple thing for me to take what I've already kind of like designed just for this person to fit this mode or whatever, for me to actually move it to somebody else. It's not that it's impossible, but I'm just letting you know that's the way that I think. And yet at the same time, as I mentioned one of them, is that still all hope is not lost, because whoever I end up, analyzing, and when I say analyzing, I mean in a good way, it's normally over a course of way more than weeks, months, even years at times, before that right, some people would say, frequency hit in on how I'm going to do certain things, like turning the radio dial, clearing it up where, bam, this is perfect. And this is what I know what I'm going to do. So with that being said, there's really, a variety of people I could end up using as a narrator or what have you. But when it's a book like this, you can believe that preparation was months in the making. And really, here lately, years. But here's the point. I want to assure you, and you will be able to see it for yourself. As I said, proof is in the pudding. You will see some of my best, once again, proofreading techniques, used before I upload any chapters. I said right now I'm actually trying to proofread each chapter, 3 times. Okay. All right. And yet I even have more of the writings of the book still in my research notebook that I still haven't even put on the computer yet. So the book will, be finished at least, by time graduation time or what have you, with everything else that's going to be involved. As I said again, could I get it done, by the end of the year? Yes, I could if I really wanted to. And as I said before, it's not important, but I could. Meanwhile, I'll just still continue to put a chapter, and each chapter. I'm just letting you know most chapters are probably about 1,000 words long or what have you. And this book will be probably, it may be a full-blown novel or whatever. I actually wanted to keep it towards anywhere between 40,000 words. But the more and more, like I said, I get the writing and my brain get to going, I said, boy, I could easily just make this book at least 100,000 words if I wanted to. But then it actually kind of goes into another area of why I don't want it to be 100,000 words. So the whole point is, who knows, it may already be another book 2 coming for this or what have you. But as you can see, I'm very excited about writing this book. As I said, I've already started, and BookNet is going to be a way for you to even see some of my thoughts, because in some of these pages, it won't be many, but you will actually see that in the beginning, at least, some spots are not filled in, because that's actually pertaining to, my, partner or narrator, so that you'll see how already my brain gets to thinking in these areas. Okay. So you'll be able to see my process, and you'll get to enjoy a good read, whether you, get the audio book or not. I just really do believe you read each chapter of this book and you get through to the end. Like I already told you, I'm going to at least put 10 chapters up. But if you're feeling very, very good and very, very enjoying it, and want to share with others, then I most likely just keep writing it. I'll just keep writing it, and you'll see how it goes, and you'll be able to also look forward to when the audiobook process is finished as well. Okay? Well, thank you for always, over the years, sticking with the, Pocbooks.com website, sticking with the Perceptive Readers, podcast, sharing it with people and, also, I just thought I'd let you know, people, without pulling their leg, as the expression goes, have more times than I can think now, really said in all sincerity how much they do value the books that I've written over the years, the podcasts that I've actually put out over the years and everything. So with that being said, I just want to again thank you as well for sharing. It's so helpful and important. And I can't right now, like I said, thank you enough, but I do want to thank you. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. You have just listened to the Perceptive Readers podcast. Remember, until next time, if you read something that encourages you to improve or enhance your life for the better, it becomes your reality.